Peacocks extend their unbeaten run in the Vanarama National League South to 10 games robbed with a 2-2 draw at Dover Athletic. Is it a point gained or 2 points lost?
I always believe that an away game in this division is always, and if you can get a draw, then it's a good point. I always do believe that, because everywhere you go is very, very tight. And we've talked about not looking at the league table still, because it's very difficult. And they made it really difficult for us today. I would still say that if we're scoring 2 goals away from home, that it's 2 points dropped. We weren't good enough in a lot of areas today, I'd say. Football intelligence was low. When you get 2-1 ahead, we're good enough. We should be good enough. But listen, they caused us lots of problems in the front third. There's no doubt about it. And we didn't deal with it properly in the first 25 minutes. Injuries caused us a problem today with 3 injuries. Very rarely you get that, and we couldn't change anything up front. We couldn't get Pops or Simsy on to give us a little bit of freshness. So it was quite a tough day. But there's always positivities to be drawn, and we got a good point. A good point away from home, and that's a tough old journey. We know how long it is. It was hot. There's no aircon on the bus. And all the other excuses you want to find, but essentially they did well. I thought Dover did well today against us today, and I think I've got to give them a little bit of credit.
After conceding after about 20 minutes, we fought back well to come back and lead 2-1 at the break. Was a feeling we could just go on and put the game to bed second half?
I think we could. We could, but we didn't start. We didn't come out very well. We were a little sloppy, but there was no real control from either side, I would say, today. It was quite difficult in that respect. So yeah, we probably could have gone on, but we didn't get the ball in the areas we wanted to and get it forward quick enough. And ball speed was slow. We just weren't quite right today. We didn't do a lot of right things in a lot of areas.
The second half was pretty poor quality, I would say, from both sides. It wasn't great. The best moment quality was their free kick. Were you disappointed with the way we defended that?
It's a job to say from where I was, but he looked like he hit it well. I don't know really, if I'm being honest. I can't really. We're not finger pointing. Like you say, we've won 10 games unbeaten in this division, and it's a great thing. What we've done. But those lot are disappointed in there now, which is very important, because we have to have our levels and standards. So dust ourselves down, and we've got a few tired legs. We've had 16 games now in 7-8 weeks, I think, whatever it is. So a few tired boys out there today.
Obviously, we couldn't make the subs you wanted because of injuries. What's the roll call on the injury?
Lee was quite a nasty one. He landed on the back of his knee, so we're always worried with Lee, but it's not his old injury, so that's good. Guesty got a kick on the calf and couldn't shake it, and Jay's still recovering after 6 months out, and we've got to remember that he's going to take a little bit of time to get back to his sharpness and get his body back to where he wants it to be. And he just cramped up. Both calves are just cramping up. So it was difficult in terms of subs. We've got a few injuries at the moment. So, but I think we have to give Dover some credit today. Scrapping, wrong end of the table. We all know what that's like, and doing well in the FA Cup. So a little bit of credit to them.
As you say, it looks like a young team coming together here.
Yeah, I think they did some really good things in the front third. Very strong, and they had runners. And there's a lot to be said about that in this league.
We're faced with a blank weekend next weekend, despite the best efforts of Carl to rearrange a game. How are we going to get over the next 2 weeks?
We did want to play. There's no doubt about it. We wanted another game and just keep the momentum going. But sometimes you can force these things. It wasn't to be, wanted to be. So we'll have a bit of a quieter week this week, and we'll just get ourselves prepped for Hampton. Quite a few injuries to sort out the next thing.
Okay, we'll speak to you in a couple of weeks, Rob.
Cheers.